Before we start the call, let me give a few words about Reza Mesgarlo, introduce Reza Mesgarlo. I suppose almost all of you know Reza Mesgarlo, but I'm going to present him anyway. Reza Mesgarlo is, of course, the brother of Hamim Mesgarlo, the founder and CEO of Opulence Global, formerly Global Wealth Trade. Reza Mesgarlo has been in MLM for 33 years. Now, the Opulence opportunity was presented to him by none other than our CEO when the company was first launched in 2005. Reza positioned himself right away, he immediately took a spot, but he didn't start to build actively until 3.5 years later on 1st August 2008. It took him 27 months of active building to make $1 million. Reza is the #1 top earner at Opulence Global, and basically everyone is his downline. Reza has personally introduced 188 people to this opportunity, and his team has grown to over 200,000 members and counting, with customers in over 200 countries and territories. What else can I say about him? Quite a lot, actually. Reza Mesgarlo also is eager to help people build their business and develop personally. He launched a lot of different markets for Opulence. He's all the time supporting and promoting new territories, helping people to get started, always ready with a good word of advice, how to help anyone and everyone who would like to change his life and really benefit from the Opulence business. And hi, Reza. I cannot hear you yet. Your microphone is still on mute.
Yeah, I was having a hard time unmuting it. I click about 7 times, but we're good now.
Now it's on. Beautiful.
Yes. Can you hear me okay?
I hear you wonderfully well.
Awesome. Well, I had to kind of go a little faster than normal to make sure I get here on time, because Tuesday night is out of a meeting. So I just made it here. So that's great. Everything's great, and we're gonna have a lot of fun on this call. And it's going to be about DMO, because a lot of people say, I would if I could, if I knew, if I had the right mentor, if I had the right coach, if I had this, if I had that. It's always if I had something. If. But let me tell you a little bit about how important the mindset is. Mindset, some of us are born with that gift of being very strong-minded. We even see when the eggs hatch, there's always usually the first one to hatch becomes the dominant one. And in some species, the strong one throws the other eggs out of the nest, because he wants to be the only one to be fed. He wants to be the only one that parents attend to. So the mindset is what brings success, in my opinion. Because I have played that game myself in the past, and from time to time I got to catch myself not focusing too much on if I had this, or if I had that, or if this was possible, if that was available. Dana White, I don't know, some of you guys know who Dana White is. He is the CEO and president of UFC, Ultimate Fighting Championship. And as tough as UFC is today, Ultimate Fighting Championship is mixed martial arts. It could be a wrestler, a boxer, a jiu-jitsu. It could be a combination of many things, or it could be simply a street fighter who builds on, starts learning other skills to be able to compete, so they can hopefully eventually become world champion and make some good money out of it. What he said was, Dana White, it is a very, very, very competitive sport. There's all the best of the athletes from all over the world who are in this organization competing. And what he said was, if anyone, as tough as UFC is today, as strong as it is today, as great as it is today, if someone came and I won't use the exact same language, but he said was, if someone came here and was an absolute savage, he could run through all these guys. He could run through all these guys to the prize that's being the world champion, being a UFC champion, and obviously all the money that and recognition that goes with it. So that's a big statement. I was a tall order. I was thinking of what's he talking about. We have some crazy, crazy fighters out there. We have some amazing athletes out there. We have people who've been working on their skill sets. They've been competing since they were a couple of years old. How and we know how great they are. But how is it that he can make a statement like that? And it's true. It's all about the mindset. It's all about the mindset. There's some of the biggest champions. If you saw their baby pictures, even teenager pictures, it's like, is that the same guy who's become the champion today? And he never practiced any of this up until his later years, almost 20 years old or even older, and come and evolve so much to become the best in the world. We've seen the unthinkable happen in the world of competition. We see the unthinkable happen. We've heard enough about Les Brown. We've heard enough about all these other underprivileged kids who became very privileged and developed themselves to be who they are. Now I'm talking about people who need to physically build themselves up to reach a point that they can be considered or be crowned as number one in the world. And you know what? It's all about mindset. Any which way you swing it, it's all about mindset. It's all about being clear in our mind what it is that we want and why we want it. We always talk about if your why is strong enough, you know, you need to have a why that makes you cry. If your why is strong enough, nothing can be a big obstacle or on you know that you cannot overcome. And what is that why? That why is what makes you wake up in the morning when you're tired. That why is that makes you stay up late when you're already tired, you're ready to go to sleep, because you have that one last prospect that you want to deal with. Because your time zone is so different that they only have between 7 and 8 o'clock in their morning, that may be 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning for you, 3 o'clock in the morning for you. Some people say, well, I can't do that. And they're right. You know, they can't do that because they believe they can't do it and they won't do it, right? But there's some people saying, you know what, I know I'm going to be sacrificing some of my sleep, so therefore I'm going to do it. If I need to take a quick nap before so I can be up and do what I got to do and potentially expand my business into Europe, in Asia, in I don't know, Africa, in, I don't know, North Pole, it doesn't really matter. All the success stories we've heard, success by design I'm talking about. I'm not talking success by luck. There's so many people have so much success by luck. A lot of people in our own company, in our business, they have a massive, massive one leg. It's stupid crazy how much millions of dollars volume there's in that one leg. Well, that's called a blessing. That is awesome. But now what you need to do in order to be able to capitalize on that, get paid on that, you need to at least work on the 1/3, right? The weak side. And people always say, well, what do you do, Reza? How can I organize my day? And I'm going to share with you what I do. I'm going to share with you what I do. I have one sheet. I have one sheet here with all the names of my personally sponsored people and my second generation. Okay? Some of them are not even my second generation, might be in my third, fourth, or even 100 generation. But these are the people that I have chosen to write on this paper, right? This paper is right where I'm sitting right now. I'm in my kitchen right now. I know the background shows, but I'm sitting in my kitchen right now. I have my laptop. I have laptops almost everywhere in the house. So I have my laptop. I have my coffee machine. I have my paper beside me. So when I wake up, whenever it is that when I wake up, I like to be, I'm not really good at, even if I do wake up early, I'm not very talkative. Doesn't matter when I wake up. If I wake up at 8, I need to like 9:30 to become talkative. I've always been like that. And my 10-year-old son, Arman, 11 now, you know, he's the same way. Arman's the same way. Don't mess with him when he wakes up. Let him be. Let him be, let him hang out, let him have his whatever he wants to drink, and let him come around. I'm the same way. So it doesn't matter when I wake up, I give myself enough time so I can get my coffee. When I'm getting my coffee, I'll sit, if I'm here, right here, going downstairs in my office is another stairs, so often I don't even go down there. I look at this paper, right? I look at this paper, the name of my top first and second generation. I look at them, and the ones that I have promised to call, I usually have a little, sticker beside, so I know who I need to call today. But the rest I want to call at least every few days to be able to call this list of people, even if it's a short text, even if it's just a quick voice message. So that's what I do. Ramin calls it office time. You need to have your office hours. It doesn't matter if you are part-time, sometime, or full-time. You need to have an office hours. My office hours starts such as this. It changes, varies from day to day, but for the most part, it is this way. 12 to 4 p.m. is where I look at my notes from the night before. I have one for my list of people, another one the notes I make the night before I go to bed. I do not rely on this. Okay, I do not. I know it's kind of hard to see, but anyways, I do not rely on my cell phone. I put alarm on it, or maybe an odd reminder here and there, but I do not rely on that. It just doesn't work for me. I'm old school, simplicity. I like to write down the night before what I need to do the next day. The next day when I sit here having my coffee, trying to wake up, I look at this paper and I say, okay, from priority, number one, number two, number three, number four, number five, number six, what I need to do today. Some days I don't get to finish that list. It kind of happens. Maybe I spend too much time in one area. Maybe I had a long conversation in some other areas. I could have made it more efficient. Maybe I had to. Maybe it was worth it. So I have my paper beside me of what I need to do. From 12 to 4, roughly, is my making my calls to my prospects. The prospects that I've called, prospects that maybe want to see a tour, that all includes within that. So I'm trying to be realistic the night before. I don't want to put too much, and I don't want to put too little that one cancels, all of a sudden my day's wide open. I don't want to do that. I try to, be on the safe side. Now, if my list ends too early, that's okay. I have enough to do to call my members, to call my frontline, second generation touch base. So trying to catch up to evening portion. So let's say 12 to 4, I do my my personal stuff. And from 4:30 till about, I don't know, say 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, I am with the kids, whatever else I need to do around the house. Then from 7:30-ish, I am back at doing what I got to do with different time zones and different areas. Again, probably from the same spot. If it's not the same spot, it could be elsewhere. But nevertheless, I do not go into my day not knowing what I got to do. And what I do is so simple. Anybody can do it. I don't care what education level or what background. Anybody can take pen and paper and write down the list of what they need to do. And this is what keeps me on track. This is what keeps me operating. I've become accustomed to this way. I've become used to this way. The times that I forget to write a list of things that I need to do, guess what? I forget. I still forget to make a list of groceries when I go grocery shopping. Now I've learned you don't even have to pick up the phone. Just say, hey Siri. Now she's going to say what? See? Okay, cancel. See how attentive she is? All I have to do is say that, and it takes a voice note from me as my secretary. Makes me a list of groceries, but I still don't do it. Sometimes I forget. So it's best to be organized and know what your tomorrow holds, what it is that you need to do the next day. If you know you have a heavy day, but you go to bed late for whatever reason, You already know you have a heavy day. So what are you gonna do? You know what? I went to bed late and I'm tired, so I'm not going to attend to my day. Or you're going to worry and say, hey, I'm going to get up and I need to do these things, right? At least you know what you got to do. You know what you must do, what you have to do. So I've said it from so many different ways from the beginning. You have to have a schedule. You have to have a planner. You got to have a system, whether it's a forensic box that tells you exactly what you need to do. There's so many different ways. So there's no if I had the forensic box, I could do this. No, you don't need to have the forensic box to be able to do this. You have a pen, you have paper, then you're good. But you need to plan your day before the day comes. Otherwise, you're going to go to bed, you're going to open your eyes. What do I need to do today? Oh, I don't have a meeting tonight, so let me go back to sleep. And that's just not the way you want to operate. You want to make sure that you are organized. That's what I do. So 12 to 4, 7 to whatever, right? I'm talking on average. Sometimes it's different. Like Tuesday nights, I have a weekly tour in Ottawa. So it's different. I go to my weekly tour Tuesday night. Monday night, for example, we have the product call, right? Tuesday after 9, we have the forensic call. Saturday mornings, we have the corporate training. So I always try to, set up my schedule according to what works best, how I can be the most effective. Now, it's different for everybody. If you have a 9-to-5 job, then you got to be even more organized with your time. If you have a 9-to-5 job, you want to make sure that 5, you get home, you know your own life better than anyone else. This is what I got to do from 5 to 5:30, and 6 we have dinner, and 6:30 clean up. I got to hit the phone at 7 till 8, or 7 till 9, or 8 till 10, whatever. You know what I mean? On the weekend, I got to do X, Y, and Z. You have to have that schedule. I know so many people operate without a schedule. I know so many people, I know how I know, because I know when they get on the phone with you and you have a conversation with them, they don't really have any definitive answer of what they're doing today. I ask a question all the time. So what you up to now? Oh, I know from their answer. Then we got people that are saying, well, I can't stay on this call too long because I have a call scheduled in 10 minutes from now. I have another call in an hour. Then I got to meet someone at 9:30 on a webinar or whatever. You know, these people have their priorities in order, and they don't have time to sit there and waste time. And that's how you know the difference. I'm telling you right now, you become so good. I used to always wonder, how could a single princess, let's call them princess, nothing wrong with that, right? That come from the father and the mother, and they go to school and they have no real responsibility except doing good in school. Now they go into a relationship, they're getting married. All of a sudden they got a house responsibility, husband responsibility. Now they're going to have children on top and above that. How do they become, when they don't have any children, you think that's the capacity? You have one child, all of a sudden you're surprised, oh my God, like, wow, she's so good. She's still managing all that and the child. Then the 2 children, take this one there, that one there, this activity, that activity, still operate the house. What happens? She didn't multiply. It's just she's become more efficient. She's become good at it. She learns on how to utilize her time properly and effectively, right? This is where your time is your money, guys. Your time is your money. If you do not use it effectively, efficiently, if you're leaving it to Beaver and say, hopefully you get lucky, you'll bring that one person, or that one person come from the sky, following your lap, that one person, you're going to tell them what to do, they're going to do it and make you a lot of money. It may or may not happen. When chances are it's not going to happen. You have to create that. You have to work towards that. You have to have a schedule, and you got to make sure you apply yourself properly with your time and so on. And don't do what I did tonight. Making it from East End to the West End in like 13 minutes. There was no traffic that got on the highway, but I made it here 3 minutes before. So the people around this call, probably some of them wondering, that was with me, they're probably wondering, how did he make it there already? Right? So, don't do what I do. But you know what? That sometimes you got to do what you got to do to make sure to get what you want to get. Now, in terms of how do we make money? I know there's a lot of people asking questions, and it comes at a point of ignorance. I'm sorry if I'm too direct and straight to the point, but it comes at the point of ignorance. They want more money, they want more commissions, they want a bigger team, they want more bonuses, they want the car, they want this, all that. Yet they have not they have not brought any value to the marketplace. They have not brought any value to the company. A company will give 70% out. That's what a company does. Pays 70% out. As far as I'm concerned, I could be off, but I don't think I'm off. For those of you who've been around the last 18 years, like I have been, nothing has ever changed. Companies have always operated on 30%. 70% has always been paid out. So what the company trying to do is they're trying to pay those who are deserving, those who are working, there's areas of compensation plan that it is what it is. It's variable binary, it pays to the infinity. If you have 1/3 volume, 2/3 comes from there, you get paid your commission. But the extras in terms of bonuses, the car, which become much better car program today than it was in the past. I'll tell you that right now. I've been through 3 different car programs. It keeps getting better. It keeps getting better. So the company, what it does, it's taken that 70%. Sometimes I'm not talking about the times that they put extra out of their own pocket. I'm talking on the average. They have taken that 70% and they have allocated in different areas to make sure those deserving get rewarded. Launch an LAP. How much you get? $350, $300, $200. Like, this is to reward the person that is doing, and rightfully so should get that, right? The car program, the MGRS, the variance bonus, it is crazy. It's crazy the amount of freedom we have to be out there and go out there and give ourselves a raise and give ourselves a lot of bonuses by simply doing what we're supposed to do. So don't ever come and ask your upline, well, I think a compensation plan should be this way, or I think compensation plan should be that way, or they should pay more money. Well, how? I don't know where, in which planet. I've been, like I said, you said it, in fact, I've been around for 33 years. I've seen it all. How do I expect to be rewarded based on air? Where is that 70%? Have I generated the 100%? So I'm expecting 70% or more. So it is what it is. 70% is the best in the industry. And if you are doing what you got to do, there is your answer. That's how you give yourself a raise. That's how you give yourself bonuses. That's how you give yourself raises every week, every month. You get paid for 2 things. Remember, we get paid for 2 things, nothing else. We get paid for 2 things in Opulence or in any other program, legitimate program, I should say. You sell the products and you build a team, you recruit. Sell the products, recruit. Sell the products, recruit. Now, some people might be strong at recruiting, not so much selling. Or some people might be really good at selling, not so much in recruiting. The good news is you're going to get paid. And you're going to get paid really well at what you do really well. Also, the other good news is the part that you're not good at, if you have the desire, you can learn. You can learn. You can learn. You have enough support. You have enough training. We have webinars. We have some really good leaders in the field that are willing to help you learn. So what you got to do is make sure that your expectation is in proportion to how much you've been putting in. If you're not selling, if you're not recruiting, then what do you want? You're not an employee that you did some admin work. You may have done some admin work, but unfortunately, admin work alone doesn't pay you, right? Unless you're under Opulence Global payroll, meaning you work for them, you have a job. Monday to Saturday, you go to work, exchange time for money. If you're not part of Opulence Global, which I am not, and I'm not an employee, I don't go to Opulence and report to Opulence. I work from where I want to work from. I bring value to this company. I bring value to the marketplace, and I get paid through the best compensation plan in the planet. I get paid through that. That's it. So, some people kind of surprise me, I should say, is that they ask questions regarding the business and the products, and they're not new. They've been in the company for a very long time, very, very long time. So I try to tell them politely that if you are asking questions such as this, after being in the company for X number of years, then you really haven't even got started. You need to become more serious about things, because you have no idea how to even log in your back office. You don't even have an idea how to order product. Who's done your ordering for you so far? Oh, I haven't ordered any products yet. Oh, okay. So what kind of shampoo you've been using? I'm really, really nosy that way. Obviously, to the people that I'm close with. When I go to their home, I kind of, look. I mean, God gave me eyes to look. So if I see anything other than our shampoo, I kind of mention it. If I see anything other than our own toothpaste, I kind of mention it. So there's two outcomes. Either they're going to say, what a nosy guy, or they're going to say, you know what, he's got a point. Why am I buying Axe and why am I buying this other garbage out there, these other toothpaste out there, when we have the absolute best, right? So these are the things where you got to patch in the holes within your operation. If you're not product of the product, you're not going to sell the products. If you're not talking to people proudly regarding this life-changing opportunity, then you're not going to be able to get anyone join you. You just simply won't. The last thing you want is to sound like a salesman, someone who's trying to get you in, trying to get someone in so they can get their bonuses. That's the last thing you want. People can reach right through you. So you got to be so eat, sleep, breathe, dream opulence. And I tell you, if you're that, nothing can stop you. Absolutely nothing. I said to you guys on my last training that even if I was not part of Opulence, even if Opulence was not going to be a network marketing company, it was going to be a direct sell, it's going to be selling to online, I still be a customer, because I genuinely, truly benefit from these products. I love these products. And the more you educate yourself with the ingredients and with what good ingredients, what these products are about, the more you're going to appreciate. It's like, my gosh, we absolutely do have the best of the best in the world, right? Not just me, my children. They're always, I don't know, from the shampoo to the FOL to the Sterling, like all of that. Big consumers. And I'm telling, hey guys, it's $20 for that, $30 for that. They look at me like that. So I'm like, don't be wasting it, take it easy. So, but that's what we do. That's what we do. We love our products. And you have to be proud of your products. You have to love your products. You got to sell your products. You got to share your products. You got to talk about your products as well as your opportunity. Something else we were just talking about earlier was there is this gentleman. I should have had him on this call. Maybe he is. I had a conversation with him late afternoon, and he works for the federal government. He's my high school friend, and he plays with real estate on the side too. And I said to him, he says to me, man, we can't get people. People want to go on strike. I said, why? He says, because they don't want to go back to work. They want to stay home, work from home. And they cannot work from home indefinitely. They have to come to work. So government's going back and I said, why are you even giving them a choice? Because if you don't give them a choice, they're going to quit. I said, really? Then tonight we're at the restaurant. The restaurant that used to be 24 hours closes at 9. What? I remember since we were in high school. We used to go after going out, whatever, clubs, bar. We used to go to this restaurant because it was 24 hours. Since the pandemic, you know what was the reason they're closing at 9? They cannot get enough staff. People don't want to work like now. They want to work from home. Everybody wants to work from home. Everybody wants to operate a business from home. And this is where we shine. This is where we absolutely shine. Why? Because we've been doing this since 2005. We absolutely blew it up through the pandemic when everybody else was going down. We absolutely blew it up by 400%. And now 2023, you guys all heard the CEO what he said. January and February already broken the records of last year. Yeah, January and February, and this is March now, it's already looking great. So question yourself, when a company is flourishing, when the company is doing great, that means people are getting more money. That means people are making bigger commissions. That means people are making more retail profit. That means they're making more bonuses and so on and so forth, because the company is beat last January, beat last February, now beat last March. So who's making this money? Is it you? Hopefully you're a part of it. Hopefully you are a part of it. Say, yes, it was a last good January. Yes, it was a great February. Yes, I'm up to do a good March. If you sit there and it's not you, then who is it? Why not you? Right? Why not you? You know, I don't want to talk about depressing stuff, what's coming, what this last 2.5 years caused for the next probably 10 years. I don't want to talk about that stuff. All I know is it's not looking good. It's not looking good at all, except for opportunities such as ours. Because everyone, doesn't matter from what culture, what background, they are looking for something to do. They're looking for a way to make an earning or even supplement their income. We all know the inflation is at what? I don't know. They say it's going down. I don't know how it's going down. They say inflation is down to, I don't know, in Canada about 5.8 from 6.3. From December till now, 5.8. Well, all I know is when I go to the grocery store, inflation is, to me, it seems like double. Everything is double, but apparently it's only 16%. Only 16% inflation. So are you making an extra 16% at your job? Are you, able to live, not to make it any better, but to sustain your lifestyle from the previous years? Answer is no. If you're earning the same amount of money, even if they give you 2% raise, you're still 14% in negative. So what's going to give? You're either going to make more money or you're going to suffer. You're going to deplete your savings and we don't want to wait for that, right? Those who think about, well, let's see what happens. Let's spend less. Let's keep spending from the saving. What happens? There's a family, which is a really sad story, and single mom of two, a teenager son and a teenager daughter, and hasn't even gone through proper divorce yet, but she's forced to sell her ranch. They live in Texas. Sell her ranch, sell her horses, sell her animals, because she's running out of savings. And she wants to relocate. She doesn't know where to yet, and live in a trailer home. They have a motor home to live in it indefinitely till things get better. Well, is that the best decision? Or is it better to find ways to make more money? Right? Find ways to make more money, be more efficient with your time. Things that don't make you money, things that are water under the bridge, things that actually take you backwards, eliminate those and put your focus in what makes you more money. Opulence has everything to deliver, guys. Believe me on that. Opulence has everything that you need, as long as you're willing to pull up your sleeve and get to work. At this point for myself, nothing has changed. I've just become more efficient. I've become more effective with my time. I try to keep conscience of conversations I have. For how long? I just try to become more, like I said, use my time more wisely. That way we can move forward and make our days count. There's some days where I feel like I got nothing done. Believe me, terrible days, terrible days. At nighttime, I'm ready to go to sleep. I'm like, why am I even sleeping? Do I deserve to go to sleep? What did I do today? What did I produce today? I have a whole bunch of excuses. I have a whole bunch of things. Well, this happened and that, but yeah, okay, it did. But if you had a job, you'd be at work, right? If I had a job, I'd be at work. I still deal with this stuff after work. So why is it that I don't have a job? I didn't have any time to deal with what allows me to live the way I live, right? And you got to keep yourself accountable and get to work. At this point, really, it's all in our hand. It's going to be a great year. That I can tell you. It's going to be an awesome, amazing year. And it's not too late for you to have an awesome, outstanding best year of ever in your life. Still right now, this time of the year, still early in the year. And you know what? You have a lot of help. There's so much of us here to help you and work with you and assist you. So now what I want to do is open the lines. Open the lines or ask people if they have any challenges with their DMO, if they have any questions regarding the topic today, if there is something they want to know about on how to be more effective with, any question. Let's call it, I don't know, anything goes Tuesday. Let's see if there's any question, if there's anything, Itzhak, you want to add yourself, please don't hesitate and go ahead.
Yes, I can add something here because you have given a great motivational talk this night for me, this evening for you. And I found myself writing at least 5 or 6 items in my to-do list for tomorrow, just listening to you and say, wait a minute, it's time to work with this person. It's time to watch this webinar. It's time to check on this line of people. It's time to learn this platform. And I believe that many of you have also done that. We have an amazing method of work in Opulence Global, in the Forensic Networker. And many of us, like you said, many of us were in the business for quite a while and we still don't know things that we should know, but we have my 5 groups, we have ultimate my 5s, we have people who are eager to see us work, to see us succeed. We need to get into communication with them. We need to ask them some questions. We need to hop on Zoom calls with them, get some trainings with them, get some exercise with them. We need to know what we need to know. We need to know where we are lacking, what we are not doing well. Are we not so good with retaining clients, with communicating with clients, with getting to see when somebody needs a product, when somebody actually is in a point in life that is looking for a business opportunity. All right, maybe this is the time to ask some questions. We have in the Q&A chat. I don't see any questions there. Maybe some of you want to write some questions. We still have 18 minutes for Reza to answer any question you might have. Who to contact, what to do, how to improve, how to go about things, how to arrange our time, how to deal with certain difficulties. Please come and write these questions in the Q&A chat, not in the normal chat. I still don't see any question, but maybe they're coming.
Well, while we're waiting to see if anyone has any question regarding the DMO.
I'm going to ask you a question.
Yes, of course, go ahead.
Okay, I like to keep in touch with my clients. You know, whenever a client bought anything from me, I'm always like, okay, how is it going? Did you get the product? Are you filling in the logbook? How is send me some testimonial. I would like to know. And there are many happy stories. Some of them become partners. Some of them increase the volume of purchases. Some of them buy for the family. Some of them buy for a few months. Oh, here we have a question. I'm going to cut my own question short for now. Maybe we'll complete it later. But let's read here the question of Danny D. And the question is, what is the #1 piece of advice you would give to someone just getting started?
I keep it simple and I take him through the next 30 days. When I take him through the next 30 days is that I go through the book with them. I work with them. I give them a task to complete and I follow up with them. See, the best way to look at your new partner is that you just gave birth to a new baby. Would you say the kitchen's over there, the eggs are over there, the milk is over there, the toilet's over there? No, you wouldn't. You get all over this baby, right? But baby human being takes a long time. Takes at least, I don't know, year and a half, 2 years before they can actually do some of these things themselves, right? You're going to be there every step for them. You don't want them to get hurt. You don't want them to starve. You don't want them to get into your vodka. You don't want them to, go touch the fireplace. You don't want them to do, so you're going to be all over the place with them. And you're going to be so happy when they start taking those baby steps. It's like, yay, motivate them. Yay, they look at you. Why is this guy so happy about? What did I just do? I remember Omid when he was 7 months old. This is one freak story that still puzzles me. Maybe there's some other parents out there that have stories like that. I remember it was a week before Christmas, maybe, I don't know, December 17, 18, somewhere around there. Omid was only 7 months, not even 8 months yet, 7 months and 20, some odd days old. I noticed that he was already strong legs because I worked with him, make him jump, and his legs were getting strong and hang onto the railing. He started taking his first few steps really fast at me. I look at him, I'm like, look. Yay! I was so happy. He stopped. He kind of looked at me and he's like, why is he so happy? What did I just do? My gosh, it was like, he came to me, I'm like, good job. Go back, even back. He wouldn't stop. He running like Speedy Gonzalez. He was like running like crazy. I never seen a child who just learned how to walk, sprint as fast as he was doing the very first hour. Because of my, what's it called? Me like being happy, me cheering him on, me being excited. He sees me happy, so he get happy. So he thinks it's a good thing. So he kept doing it, right? So until your distributor learns how to take those baby steps and become confident with it, you need to be with them. You need to work with them. I know there's a lot of people that sign up people and say, good luck. Go read the next 30 days. Come on this training on Tuesday, this training on Monday. Don't forget Saturday training. And I'll see you next week. Bring some guests with you. How you bring up a child is how you bring up a distributor. When you take on that responsibility of taking their money, putting them in a system, business that they join through you, that you want to make sure you hold responsible for them. And you want to make sure that you teach them everything that you know. And if there's stuff that you don't know, you go to someone that's more knowledgeable than you to help them go that way. Now, everybody have their own pace, different pace for different people. But the answer is, what do you do with a new member? Hold their hand, become the best friend, work with them every step of the way, have the best at heart for them before you have it for you. And believe me, not only they're going to produce more, but they will never leave you in the future. They will never, they'll have a bond with you saying, hey, this guy or this girl truly cares for me. And that's really the answer. We have everything. Why is it that some people are not applying it and some are? That's a question you got to ask the individual. But yeah, stick to them. I hope that answers your question.
That was a terrific answer. It takes care of so much. Being accompanied in the beginning and being guided makes all the difference in the world. You feel that you are not alone. You have so much to learn, but you have somebody taking care of your learning process. I'm going to select another one. Suddenly there is a flood of questions. There is one here that I really like. It's by Donna. And Donna is asking, how do you handle rejection? No money to buy, no time to work, no skill to sell. My spouse doesn't want me to do business, etc. Good one.
That's probably the most common one that people say, I just don't have the money. Then I don't shy around about it. I don't shy away from it. I said, but I understand. I mean, there's people who can answer better than me, but me, I'm telling you about my way of answering. I'm like, I understand, but in order for you to be able to, I'm assuming you did a good tour. I'm assuming you took the time to explain. I'm assuming you went through the survey. And in the survey part is when they're telling you they don't have the money, right? Then what you do is say, look, understand things can happen, situation can come up. Right away, I look at them. I look at the phone they have in their hand. I look at, I don't know, whatever, I said, look, this is a one-time deal. You're going to spend this much money. You're going to get this much products. In order for you to be able to make money, you need to have products. In order for you to be able to make money through building a team, you have to have your own shop first. So we're not talking about millions of dollars. You know that car that's sitting outside? I look at if they have a car or if they don't have a car, whatever. I said, most people, you think they bought the car cash? Let me tell you, less than 1% buy cars cash. The other 99%, they finance the cars. Or they make lump sum payments. And often they don't have it themselves. They borrow the money if they have to buy something. When you buy a house, you buy cash? Of course not. You finance it. You get a mortgage and you pay towards it for the next 40 years, maybe, till the house is paid off, right? The same thing here. It's a business. But it costs very little. So what I would recommend to you is this. Go find the money. Borrow the money. Sell something. You know, if I see them, they're holding a $2,000 iPhone. And I'm like, you know, in a nice way, you know, sell that iPhone. I mean, you spend $2,000 on an iPhone that doesn't make you any money. Now that iPhone can make you money over here, but you need to go and find the money and get yourself positioned in the binary so you can have some products, so you can have some team developed. So hopefully within a short time, you'll never say this again, that I cannot afford it. I'm here to help you. I'm here to assist you, to show you how it's possible to never be in this situation again. I told one guy straight, I says, my brother, let me tell you something. He says, what? I says, I hope you don't take offense to this, but the only thought that goes to my head is this. It makes my hair stand in the back of my neck. It makes me get the chills in a bad way. He goes, why? I said, forgive me if I'm going to offend you, but this was someone that I know for a while too, actually. I haven't been in connection with him, but we connected again. I says, you are almost going to retire over the next 7 years. And you're telling me you don't even have $1,000? And you're telling me you live paycheck to paycheck? I says, how are you able to sleep at night? How are you able to be at peace, knowing at this age that you don't even have an extra $1,000 to start something that's going to accelerate, at least bring you to a more comfortable place by the time you retire? I said, if I was you, I'd definitely go and find that money. I'd definitely go sell something. I'd definitely go borrow the money because you know you can if you wanted to, and you definitely need to. I'm not even going to tell you it's a choice for you. It's got to be a priority number one to find a way so you would not be in this situation. You're in your early 50s and you cannot afford, you know, like it is, I'm sorry, but it's just that bad. There's no way to sugarcoat it. There's no way to sugarcoat it. You need the money more than anyone else. You need this business more than anyone else. So go borrow the money, go find the money, go do whatever you got to do. And I'm here to help you to make sure that you pull yourself out of this in a better situation and position. So that way, when your retirement comes, you're comfortable. And he kind of looked at me at first shocked and he goes, yeah, you're right. They're trying to give me excuses. I said, I don't really care. I don't want to know about what happened. It's all legitimate. It's all good. But what you're going to do about it is what I'm concerned with. And the way your mind is working right now, you're not thinking properly. You definitely need this. It's not even an option for you. So he goes, okay, thanks for being honest with me and so on and so forth. And this is 4 Tuesdays ago. Yeah, 3 or 4 Tuesdays ago. He joined, you know. So this is where you need to be compassionate, but be honest with people. Tell them straight up. Don't be shy to tell them, go sell something. Go use your credit card. You don't have a credit card, go borrow some money from some of your friends and promise to pay them back within a month. How am I going to do that? I said, you're getting in here to work. You're getting here to make money, right? He goes, well, yeah. I said, okay, well, go put some pressure on yourself and bring some peace to them. That you're going to pay them by X number of weeks. That's it. And I don't know how he did it, but he did it. So yeah, that is just not a legitimate. If Itzhak said to me, I just don't have the money, I look at him straight up and I say, okay, then what? Then Itzhak is going to say, what do you mean, then what? I said, at this age, I'm giving you the opportunity of a lifetime. You're telling me you don't have the money. And obviously you don't have any hope that you can find the money anywhere because this business is that good. Then he gets something moving in there. Oh my gosh, like what's he saying? You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm just brutally honest, straight to the point. You know, go get it, go find it, find the credit card, borrow the money, sell something. I don't know, you know. But there's always a trap. Some people come and say, can you pay for me? If this business is that good, and if you're so sure I'm going to make money, why don't you pay for me? Then I'll pay you back. I'm going to say, no, I never said I'm so sure that you're going to make money. I said, I'm so sure this business is that good. And I'm so sure for those who are ready to work and put in the time that's requested, that can make a really good living at this. They're going to make it very good. They can literally turn their life around in a short few months. With you, I'm not too sure what you're going to do with it. But if you're serious, have some skin in the game, put some money in, get started, and have access to the best company with the best products and the best trainer in the world. Don't be shy putting yourself on the pedestal. Yeah, don't be shy. You know, not just me. I have many other people that are really good at training and they're willing to work with you. So be confident when you talk about it.
This is an amazing answer to the question how to handle rejection, basically showing the person, putting a mirror in front of their face, showing them the necessity, their current situation, which is a bit pathetic. The person does recognize an opportunity, and he really is telling us that he cannot find $1,000 that doesn't make any sense. So something must be awfully wrong, and that person really needs to wake up if he understood what we are showing him. Here, Debbie de Grande asks the same question again that you already answered. I'm going to mark it asked. How do you close people and get them to come on board? That's the same question, but she's asking another question that I like also. And that is the one. She says, please can you explain or expound on the importance of the DMO box, the daily use of that box in order to build the business? That's interesting.
DMO box is nothing high tech. You know, everyone at some point they've had a day timer if they still don't have one. What's this day timer? Every day of the week and every week of the month and for the entire year. And it's got time, hour, you write down on it to remind you, to remind you what you need to do tomorrow. To remind you what you need to do this afternoon. When Itzhak says, Reza, can we meet for lunch at 2:30? What do? You open your day timer, you look at it, 2:30. I'm sorry, Itzhak, I can't. I can do it at 4:30 because at 2:30 I have an appointment, right? You don't just throw it out there and forget a bunch of things and be ineffective. All of a sudden choose something that's not as important and drop something that's really important. So the DMO box is the same idea. DMO boxes, picture of it as a shoebox, maybe a baby shoebox, right? And it's got the dividers. It's got these cards, the prospect cards, you write on them, customer cards. So when you open up Monday, you pull up Monday, this is what I need to do. There's nothing, it just makes it very organized, makes it very efficient, makes it dummy proof. And if you're looking at tomorrow, Wednesday, you open Wednesday, there's nothing, is blank, then you haven't been doing your DMO very well. Because what got canceled on Monday maybe was pushed to Wednesday. Maybe what you did last week, you made an appointment for this Wednesday. Maybe you met someone on Sunday, they want to do online webinar on Wednesday. So this is where your every single day is full. Sometimes you overbook yourself. That's a good problem to have. But this is what the DMO box is. There's no difference between DMO box, a day timer, or barbaric way like Reza, a piece of paper, you know, these papers beside me all the time. This is my top lieutenants, my first and second gen that I like to keep in touch with, even as much as saying, hey, how's it going? How's everything going? Are you any closer to LV3? Are you any closer to LD4? Are you almost LD1? You were almost close last week. Didn't you make it yet? What do you need? Give me a call in 15 minutes and let's talk about it, see what we need to go LD1. Do you know about variance bonus? Are your people, have you reached out to everyone? Let them know to use the grandfather clause, which is too late now. Have you told people about that? Or I've seen some people joining your business that are LAs. Why not LA plus? You know what I mean? So this is what I do. I cannot reach out to everyone in Opulence world, but I can work with my lieutenants and hopefully they will do the same thing with theirs. Okay, it's just being organized. That's what the DMO box is. It's very effective, very efficient. It's not a very big box and it can literally go with you anywhere.
The box is incredible. It really comes up always with the people that we should be talking with, that we didn't talk with for a while. And yes, there is that person. We can easily lose track of them, especially when we begin to be too many of them. There is another couple of questions here. And there is one, I wish I understood this question better. Maybe you can understand it better than me. It says, where is it best to start in the business, to start making an income if you have no job to go back to after the cruise?
Read it again.
Yeah, it is by Samuel Wanihi. And it says like this, I'm reading really word for word. Where is it best to start in the business, to start making an income if you have no job to go back to after the cruise? He comes back from the cruise, he doesn't have a job. Okay, so how to start? There is probably a lot of pressure. How to start?
Before I get off that cruise, since I don't have a job to go back to, it's actually quite interesting. I had this conversation today again with somebody else. I had this conversation with someone else today. If you don't have a job to go back to after the cruise, then really the cruise should be your job. I don't know how many people on this cruise ship. The cruise ship's up to past 4,000 people. I have an agenda to collect at least 10 to 20 names and phone numbers per day on this cruise ship, right? 10 to 20 phone numbers within that 24-hour time period on this cruise ship. Even if you did your 20 a day, you only reached 100 at the end of the week, at the end of the 5 days. So start prospecting, start planting seeds while on this cruise. Take the phone number, build, like, and trust with the folks, with the people you meet on this cruise. Set it up so you can meet them at their convenience. Set it up because remember, people are on the cruise trying to get their money's worth. They're trying to enjoy, hang out, drink, whatever. That's okay. But it doesn't mean they don't have an extra hour to meet with you over a coffee. If you do your like and trust properly, if you don't start speaking too soon as to what this company is all about, I know we can get very excited and speak too much and lose interest because we said too much. So if you do your like and trust properly, if you take the phone number, contact information, give them yours, try to see if you can organize to meet with them over a coffee on the ship, right? Your work can start immediately on the ship. Get a head start. Don't wait till after the cruise.
Here it says, join Ronan's team of prospecting on the cruise.
There we go. There we go. What you can do is to get a head start. Not only that you're there, but you have, I don't know, 200 other people from Opulence there. You got the CEO there. You got the SVP there. You got so many great leaders on the ship, right? So if I was me and I was in that situation, I guarantee you, I will have a couple of hundred names and phone numbers. I guarantee you. I will manage to do at least 2 or 3 showing per day. 2 or 3 showing per day at the minimum. Because the conversation I had today earlier with someone was this. I said, listen, I don't know how you guys do it. Again, Reza being Reza, telling it straight. I said, I don't know how you guys do it. If I was to go to Miami, Reza Mesgarlo is in Miami, putting up these big pictures on Instagram, drinking it up, dancing like there is no tomorrow, having a blast And it shows that you're living at large on Instagram or whatever. But in the back of your mind, you know you're in trouble when you get back home. Because you don't have any savings, you have bills that you did not pay so you can go on this trip. Now what? Now what? Now, like, how can you go to sleep at night? How could you enjoy it the way you do? How could you blank and block what you're going back to? I couldn't do it. I could not enjoy it. I just couldn't, because I'd be thinking like, my gosh, what am I going back to, right? So this is where you need to take a negative situation and make it into positive. You got easy, safe to say there's 1,000 people on the ship. I know there's 4,000 plus on all the ones I've been. Let's say there's 1,000. Even if you take 20 names and phone numbers per day, at the end of the 5 days, that's only 100. That's only 100 out of, so very simple. I hope that's good, Samuel. Have blessed, brother, but you're a likable guy. You're an awesome individual. We all love you. Anyone knows Samuel, they love Samuel. Get your team, get your people, have a blast on the ship, but at the same time, grab as many names and phone numbers, build as much like and trust. Go out there with the mission of making friends. Go out there with the mission of making as many friends as you possibly can on this ship. Okay?
This is an incredible piece of advice. It actually reminds me of a personal story. I was in that exact situation at some point 8 years ago. Maybe I can tell the story for 2 minutes. What do you say?
Sure, of course. Yeah.
So, okay, I used to be a concert pianist many years ago. And I had this, something parallel to the cruise. I had like a concert tour with master classes in Mexico that went awfully bad. It was horribly organized. And everything I wanted to earn there just went, it didn't exist. And I was coming back to Belgium, 2015, everything debts, bills to pay, horrible condition, just like the question here. Now, I was always doing translations on the side, but I came, it was crisis. April 2015, I took a phone directory. I found that there were 60 or 70 translation companies in Israel, and I contacted each and every one of these 60 translation companies. I started to get tests. I started to get work. Immediately within a month, I was making like $5,000 or $6,000 every month. The bills got paid, everything, but it's exactly the same piece of advice. Just go and communicate like there is no tomorrow. Contact everybody, tell people who you are, what you can do, get them to test you, offer to do some stuff for free, get out there, communicate, speak, be yourself, don't be afraid, and good things happen. It's exactly the same story, and you really reminded me of that.
Right.
All right, I think that already we are 7 minutes past the hour. Maybe we should already transition to the announcement. What do you say?
Yeah, sure. Just 1 second. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. I'm just going to, yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so thank you so much, Reza, for this amazing seminar. It was everything we expected and much more. It was so interesting. It was so entertaining. It was so much, an energy shot for everybody. And we have some announcement coming up. I'm going to briefly share with you the screen. Just a second. Let me arrange it. Screen share. And okay, we are coming to the announcement about the updates and upcoming event. The first one, of course, is the Opulence Social platform is live since Saturday. We had a great training on it. I'm going to personally be watching it again tomorrow just to make sure we can make the most of it. We can go straight to our back office. There is a button to click that takes us to pages and pages of amazing content that we can post, articles, videos, just at our fingertips. Never been like that before. We can post contents, we can add our own materials, we can personalize it. Unbelievable. A great blessing to introduce the incredible products and business to so many people that we meet on social media. There are billions and billions of them out there. We have probably hundreds or even thousands of friends and acquaintances there waiting to hear from us. And this is a great way to get to many of them. Then this coming Sunday, March the 12th in Toronto, and later in Trinidad and Tobago, and later in Israel, in Kenya, in the Philippines and Thailand, there is a Spring Forward event, kind of a wordplay because spring is coming. We're coming out of winter into the spring. It's time to spring forward. Our clocks are turned forward an hour this Sunday in Israel, in Trinidad and Tobago. Remember that. so that we don't miss important meetings, important, scheduled call with our candidates, with our prospects. We don't turn up 1 hour late, 1 hour early. These are the times it's changing. And let's go to the next announcement. It's a company announcement. We have the LA Plus promotion. Everybody knows about the mystery box of fashion products of $1,000. But as of this month of March, we have another option. If we prefer, as a new LA Plus, we prefer to have Fountain of Life bottles. There are many people who are really, really addicted to this product. It's an incredible, life-changing product. We can decide that instead of the mystery box for $1,000 of fashion items, we can select to have 6 extra bottles of Fountain of Life as this bonus for the LA Plus promotion. We have choice as of this month. It's a very, very big benefit. Not everybody connects to fashion products. Some people want FOL bottles. So now we can choose one or the other. And we have the World Tour coming to Australia on the 3rd weekend of this month. 16, 17, 18 March. It's coming to Melbourne, Australia with Ifrah Hassan, Lifestyle Director 4, and with Steph Wise, Lifestyle Director 1. They're going to give a team training. They're going to give a power tour. They're going to give a meet and greet, $50 Canadian dollars for partners. Guests come for free. There are 6 extra guest speakers in the event. And 1 week later, it's going to go from Australia to New Zealand. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 23, 24, 25. Again, with Steph Wise, she's going to be leading this event, Lifestyle Director 1, and the same Samuel Wahini that we just heard is actually going to be delivering this amazing world tour, more opportunities, more people to connect. We see his picture with Joy Richard also, both of them lifestyle advisors, they're going to be speaking there. Team training again, power tour in Auckland, in Walkowai, in Whangarei, I hope I'm pronouncing this correctly, and then a meet and greet also on Thursday evening on Auckland, a great dinner at the Sky Tower La Fortuna restaurant at level 3. Amazing events. Let's go to the next announcement. Okay, the next announcement is very, very important. We all, of course, all of us who are working this program well, we like to get paid. Until today, we had 2 ways to get paid. One of them was from iPayout. The other one was from TrueCash. TrueCash gave us a prepaid card. Many of us still have money on the card. It's a good idea to withdraw that money from the cards because Opulence Global is going to stop its collaboration with TrueCash this 1st of May in 7 more weeks, 6 or 7 more weeks. Anybody still with money on the card, please withdraw it, make the arrangement to use it because after the 1st of May, that's not going to be possible anymore. The collaboration is breaking and we are only going to be working with iPayout. iPayout is an awesome service payment. It's extremely flexible. It is low cost. We can transfer the money to a crypto account, to a bank account, to a Visa card. It's extremely flexible. So that's going to be the principal way of withdrawing our money that we are earning on commissions in Opulence Global. I have one last announcement to make. Reza, do you have any commentary on the announcement so far?
No, that's fine. We use the TrueCash in simpler terms, is not going to be working as of 1st of May. So make sure you do the required, take the required action, do the correction to make sure that you set up your iPayouts. You can have iPayout Visa card from them, and or you can have it directly deposited into your account. Either way, it's a great system. We use, that's just you got ample notice to be able to get that done. iPayout usually within 2 days is set up, so that's good.
Indeed, we have really 7 weeks until the 1st of May. But if somebody is not sure how to start working with iPayout, you have my 5 groups, ask your uplines. Somebody will be able to take you through the steps. Don't be shy to ask questions. And we have a Saturday live training coming up this 11th March, which I'm going to host. And it's with Drusilla Baksh, who is in this conversation, Lifestyle Director 1, Drusilla. She's going to teach us about the compensation plan, give us everything we need to know, compensation plan 101. Learning about the compensation plan is essential to maximize the earning potential in our Opulence business. Be there or be square, March 11, 10 a.m. ET, Canada time. That's 4 o'clock in Belgium or any hour in your place. And that concludes our announcement. Thank you for coming to this amazing event. Thank you so much, Reza. That was so awesome.
You're very welcome. Awesome work. Is there some questions? I think someone's asking something Is
There is
it
still
relevant?
another question.
Is it
Okay, I'm
relevant?
going to find it in a minute.
Hmm.
Just stop the sharing. So where is the question? Here. Yes, one last question from Prospect 123. I am a prospect interested in joining Opulence Global, is not yet inside our networks. I have heard in a presentation that Opulence Global holds patents on some of their products. I would like to know where I can view the patents.
Not sure who, this forensic training is not necessarily just for Opulence members. There's a lot of people that are not part of Opulence that get on this business. The question you're asking is something that you need to, I don't even know why it would be important to have those patents, but if you shall ask, you need to go and ask directly from the company, the product development area, and discuss that with them. About what it is, whatever question it is you may have. I have never personally cared or thought about what the patterns are or where could I find them, but maybe you have a reason.
Yes, that's good. Product development, that's pretty good. That's a good answer. Excellent. I think this concludes the questions here. And well, that might be a good time to say thank you to everybody and to end the call on a high note.
Thank you very much. Awesome call. And yes, folks, let's make March the biggest month yet. For those of you on the cruise, congratulations. Enjoy. For those of you, including myself, I could not be on the cruise, but you know what? It's okay. We're going to make sure it counts for the next one. Not next cruise, but next big event. We're going to be there in a with a big bang. So thank you very much, Isaac. Pleasure having you with me on the call, and talk to you guys really soon. Have a good night, everyone.
Thank you. See you next time on Saturday. Bye for now.
Bye now.